Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michelle, mom of four and military wife. I have my doctorate in physical therapy and I'm an online personal trainer, health coach, and yoga teacher. Do you wish that you had more energy and could get into shape? Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight? Maybe you've tried a diet before, but it just wasn't sustainable, and now you don't know how to get started. We're going to look at health holistically here, and most importantly, keep things simple and quick. If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably without long workouts or following strict diets, then you're in the right place. In this podcast, I bring together my expertise with real life strategies. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. So today is going to be part 2 of emotional eating. So in the previous episode, I talked about my 5-step process to break free from emotional eating, and these were things that you could do in the moment. So today I'm going to be talking about a little bit of the deeper work and the things that you need to do outside of that moment when you're feeling that strong emotion and wanting to grab for food. And it's important that you develop this really strong foundation of feeling confident around food. Because what happens with emotional eating is that we lose control. Our emotions take over, we eat food that we want, and it leads to us not feeling confident in ourselves. Not feeling confident in our ability to handle ourselves around food. And what we want to do is start to shift to a place of confidence, of intention, where we can choose the foods that we want to eat, that we know that are good for our body and what our body needs. And we're able to do that with ease. So this doesn't mean that you can't ever have treats or pizza or nachos or whatever it is, but it's being able to choose food with intention and not letting food be the source of your comfort when you're feeling a strong emotion or stress or something is going on. So I'm going to break this into 2 different parts today. So one part is going to be where you need to set some time aside and work through these deeper things. And another part of this is going to be setting some time aside to get more into our calming nervous system. It's called our parasympathetic nervous system. And we need to do activities inside this that really calm our nervous system down so that we can handle things better. I think we all know this. When we're sort of in a better state, we're able to handle stressors and emotions better than when we're not. So we want to make sure we're doing activities. So for example, this might be yoga. So I find that yoga not only helps me move my body, strengthen it, stretch it, but it also is extremely effective at calming my mind because I incorporate deep breathing throughout my practice. There's usually some type of intention or focus. So not only am I getting that great physical benefit, but I'm getting that great mental benefit. So if you guys didn't know, I teach free yoga classes on the Insight Timer app. You only need their free version of this app. You don't have to sign up for their membership that they have there. And so I love teaching these free yoga classes. I always include this deep breathing. I include some sort of intention. So not only do people get to strengthen their bodies and stretch it out and feel really good physically, we're also working on that mental aspect, and it's all in one. So check the link down below where you can find me on Insight Timer. Get that app on your phone and come join me for a yoga class. Some other practices that can really help to ground you is just going out for a walk. Being in nature is super healing. There's a lot of science behind this. And I know I just feel this. When I'm outside more, I just feel better. I feel more grounded. And when you go outside for a walk, I want you to pause before you walk. I like to do this. Pause, quick prayer. What do I need today? Do I need silence? Do I need music? Do I need to learn something? Because a lot of times we might have that go-to to listen to something. But sometimes we need to go for a walk in silence so we can clear our head and truly calm down our nervous system. So take note of what you need when you go out for a walk. And just like I talked with yoga, so it can also be a way to create movement. And when we're creating this movement, whether it's walking, yoga, or any other form of exercise, we're able to release energy in our body. So a lot of times we can feel this built up energy in our body and we need to release it. And we can do that by moving. And we're just a lot more sedentary than what we used to. So we need to be more intentional about getting physical exercise. You know, it wasn't that long ago people had to wash their laundry by hand, and that took a lot of energy and movement in our bodies. So we need to have ways to release this energy from our body. So getting any type of exercise or yoga in can be great. And I just want you guys to keep this phrase in your mind, that motion changes emotion. So when we start to move our body, you're going to start to notice the shift in your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts. So take note of this if you are really stuck in something, that motion can change emotion. And this is also great to use with kids, because sometimes when they are stuck in an emotion and we can get them moving or doing something else, it will change that feeling, that emotion that they're having. So now I want to dig into some practices that you can do to work through this emotional eating, to work through your emotions in this deeper work. So I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can do on your own. But remember, sometimes you need a coach. So I use a coach for myself to work through emotions and different things that I can't see. So especially if you're feeling stuck, just keep in mind that you can also do this with a coach and someone that can see and hear things and know things about you that you aren't recognizing yourself. But ways to do this are through journaling, through EFT tapping, so emotional freedom tapping. So I don't have the time to go into that today, but that can be a different episode. It's a tool that I have used myself. And also meditation. So using any of these methods, you can go through some of these different things. So one is I want you to make a list here, because I'm going to go through this and have it on a piece of paper that you can come back to. Because what you're going to do is you're going to come back to these topics and either use journaling, tapping, or meditation to work through these things. So one area that you want to look at when you're doing this deeper work is, how do you feel about yourself? Where is your confidence in yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you hate your body? Whatever it is, I want you to write down some things of how you feel about yourself. Another area is your past. So especially when it comes to emotional eating or whatever emotion it is that's tripping you up, when did that start? What was going on? Write down some different things. And when you're doing this, you don't have to worry about being 100% accurate. Was that really when it started? Just sort of get some ideas going. And when you work through it later, then you can work through that. And a lot of times it doesn't matter. We don't have to know the exact facts to work through an emotion. Another area I want you to write down is current stressors. So what are the things that are stressing you daily, different things that keep popping up? So again, in our health, this may be things with our children, with our spouse, with our job. So it doesn't immediately have to do with our food or our fitness, but these other areas are going to affect our food and our fitness. So write down those daily stressors that you have. Another area is writing about your relationship with food or exercise, when that started. How do you feel about food? How do you feel about certain foods? How do you feel about sweets? How do you feel about exercise and movement and walking? So write down some ideas there. And one other area is just writing down your triggers. So if those hasn't popped up in the other ones, is what tends to trigger you into emotional eating, into those negative habits of handling your emotions. So what you're going to do is, once you have this sort of like brain dump list of different areas, is if you can daily, if not daily, maybe every other day, but setting aside this time to journal, to do the tapping, to do meditation, working through these different areas. And when you do this, I want you to be real. I want you to be raw. I don't want you to filter yourself. So for me, I don't normally cuss or say bad words, but sometimes when I do this work, I'm going to cuss. I'm just going to get it out like I don't have a filter, like I'm a 5-year-old, and it doesn't really matter what I say. And we don't have to worry about things being completely true. So let's say I am angry at someone and I have some angry things to say about them. Just because I'm saying those, I know it may not be true. So if I'm trying to filter myself, I'm not going to get out what I need to. So allow this time to just be a time to get something out, to not filter yourself. And I encourage you that if you're journaling or you're writing this down, is to just tear it up when you're done. So you can feel like you can say whatever you need to and then tear it up when you're done. You could also type it in a computer and then delete it when you're done. And when you start to consistently take the time to work through your emotions, to allow yourself to feel, so many of us is taught not to feel, that anxiety is bad, sadness is feel. We shouldn't feel like this. Our life is not that bad. But when you allow yourself to be real, to experience those emotions that you have experienced, a lot of times you can work through them, and then there is freedom on the other side of that. So I want you to keep in mind that when you're doing this work and you're working through these harder things and you're allowing yourself to be real, you're allowing yourself to feel these emotions and to work through them, that you need to end it with some sort of those calming techniques. So again, that might be the movement. It might be yoga. This might be where you do meditation, where you do deep breathing, where you end with your positive intentions, where the way you want to think about what is actually true, how you want to actually feel. So make sure that when you do this work, it's going to be hard, but make sure you have that space at the end to end on a positive note and to bring that nervous system back into regulation. And in the description of this, I'm going to put a list of those different things you can journal so that you guys can have it written down and you can implement these things that we're talking about today. And I also wanted to let you guys know about my Healthy Holiday Challenge that's going to be coming up. So it's going to be 6 weeks. It's going to take us through Thanksgiving and just before Christmas time. And I wanted to do this to create a space for my clients and anyone else who's interested to really get through the holidays with confidence, to get through the holidays feeling healthy and good about themselves. So not having super strict rules where we can't enjoy our grandma's favorite apple pie or whatever that might be, but going through the holidays with intention, intentionally picking out how we want to live. How do we want to enjoy these holidays with our family and friends? And what intention do we want to put around our fitness, our movement, our nutrition? And as a bonus for my podcast listeners, if you guys sign up and when we talk on the phone, just let me know that you heard about these bonuses. You're going to be able to get these 3 things. 1, we're going to set up a weekly meal plan together for you. You're also going to get an extra health coaching session or personal training session with me. And then you also have the option, if it's something you like, is to get a personalized meditation recording. So these are personalized. So it's just like when I'm with my clients, as we talk through things, I then create a meditation for them to do that includes the words and the things that they are going through. So if you guys are interested in this, sign up for a free health coaching call down below where we'll just chat. We'll go through your goals and struggles. We'll see if we're a fit. Regardless of you work with me, we're going to find a couple things that you can start working on. And if you do decide to work with me, you get to join the challenges and you get these 3 bonuses. All right, friends, I hope you guys have a great day and you keep moving.